Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video with me, Brooklyn. So before I get started, I just like to offer you all to rate, share, and subscribe. If you are enjoying my videos, please subscribe. If you are not in agreement with me, I would still like for you to subscribe to my channel because all family members do not always get along, right? We don't always agree. That does not mean that we can't support each other. We should still be able to support each other and help each other out. So please subscribe. So I want to talk about intercession fatigue. That's what it is. Intercession fatigue. It's when you are just so tired. You're praying, you're fasting, you're reading, you are doing everything short of backflips, to try to please the Lord, to try to live the right life, to try to fight the good fight of faith, and you are just tired. Intercession fatigue. You're tired, you're worn out. And I woke up this morning at 3:30 and I did meditation on the word. I prayed some and I, meditated on some scriptures. And I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I'm tired. I said, not just physically like want to sleep, but I'm spiritually worn out. It's like I'm always in a battle. You ever feel like you're just always in a battle? You're always fighting. You're always scrounging, trying to just make it spiritually. You're tired physically because you're working, you're keeping house, you're taking care of your family, you're paying bills, you have to put on a smile when you don't want to smile, you see the enemy just doing all kinds of things, and you have to carry yourself a certain way because people are looking at you. They expect a different behavior out of you, but everyone else is just doing anything and everything under the sun. You're tired physically. But there is a such thing as being tired spiritually, where you just feel like you can't go on anymore. You feel depressed, you feel down, you feel backed in a corner. You don't know what you're going to do. You got all kind of things going on in your life and you need spiritual help and you're just tired. You're fatigued, you're tired, and the Bible tells us to put on the whole armor of God and to fight the good fight of faith, consistently pray, consistently go to the Lord, ask him to lead you, ask him to guide you, to guide your footsteps. But sometimes you get tired. You get tired. I look at a lot of YouTube videos, because there's encouraging people out there, encouraging words. But I notice a lot of these people that are giving these prophetic words, they are telling you to do a whole lot of different things, backflips, jump up on top of your car, scream to the world, roll around, it's just so much. It's just so much. Like, you got to do all that to get God's attention. And it says that he sees us. It says, cast your cares upon him, for he cares for you. Right? So this morning I was laying there, I said, Lord, I can't do no more. I'm not perfect by no means. I don't claim to be, never will claim to be. But I try, and he let me know, do the basics. Get you a scripture that covers everything. There's scriptures in the Bible that can cover everything that you need in your life. Get you a scripture or 2 or 3. Read those on a daily basis. Pick you a day to fast. Whether it's going to be 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, pick you one day a week to fast. And read your scriptures and pray and worship. You can pray on your way to work. You can pray while you're walking the track, while you're at the gym, while you're at your desk, while you're in the bathroom, just talking to the Lord. Pick yourself a simple spiritual routine. That's what he told me this morning. Pick yourself a simple spiritual routine. You don't have to do all these backflips and these splits and these acrobatic performances. Pick yourself a simple spiritual routine. Get yourself a scripture. Read the same scripture every day if you have to. Pray anywhere, anytime, and fast. Pick yourself a day. Dedicate a couple of hours of a fast of a day to the Lord. Turning down your plate. If it has to be at night when you're not around anybody so you can meditate, and Go on. Go on. Because we have to continue. We can't just give up. Although I know it's plenty of people out there besides just myself who wants to give up. You know, sometimes you just get so tired, you just don't know what to do. It's always a spiritual battle. The devil is always walking into the heavenlies, accusing the brethren. He is always lying on the saints. He's always casting accusations. That's a spiritual battle. You have to always stay on your guard, you know? And he's walking around in the earth as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. You know, so you can't give up. Although when I woke up this morning at 3:30, I felt as though I wanted to give up. I'm just tired. I can't pray no more. I can't read no more. I don't want to fast no more. I'm just done. I'm just done. And everybody don't know your fight. They don't know your situation. You don't have to share everything with somebody. You know, sometimes it's good to have someone to talk to, but there's other times when you just fighting that fight by yourself, and you feel like you're by yourself, because sometimes the Lord seems like he's so quiet and he's far away. But he brought to mind the story of Joseph. Joseph said that the Lord helped him to forget his sorrow and his pain. He took it away. When they sold him into slavery, his brothers, his blood brothers, who supposedly should have loved him, they were jealous of him. They didn't protect him. They sold him into slavery. He said that the Lord answered him and took away his sorrow and his pain. So that is some consolation, I believe. If you're going through depression, sadness, pain, heartache, you're just tired, you know, you are encountering intercession fatigue, there is a time when he can take away your sorrow. He will take away your sorrow. He will take away your pain. There are a lot of hurting people in the world, and people tell you as long as you got God, you are okay. As long as you got God, you are fine, you know? And I guess that's true, you know, but it's other steps to it. You just can't say, well, I got God and keep it moving. You have to implement things to help you through, you know, just like when you're trying to lose weight, you have to implement exercise and cutting back on calories, you know, and you know, things like that. So just to say, well, I got Jesus, that's all I need. He gives you guidelines. He gives you steps. He gives you rules and regulations. When he was leading the children of Israel through the wilderness, he gave them rules and regulations. They were not supposed to walk through the wilderness 40 years, excuse me. They were supposed to reach their destination, I think, in 11 days. But because they did not follow his rules and regulations, it took 40 years, you know? And sometimes we think, well, you know, why am I going through this so long, you know? You have to follow rules and regulations that he gives, just like a parent would give their children rules and regulations to follow. You know, sometimes you're just going through trials and tribulations, but there should be a time that you come out. There should be a time that you can smile again and laugh again and not be tormented by the troubles of this world. You know, and that's what I was talking to the Lord about this morning when I was laying in my bed. I said, Lord, you know, the devil lays on his bed. He ponders how to destroy the saints, you know, and I'm laying on my bed, not even thinking about harming anybody. I'm thinking about, why am I just spiritually exhausted, you know, and I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm trying this and I'm trying this. And he let me know, pick a simple spiritual solution. Get you a simple spiritual routine. Get you a scripture or two, stick to it. You can talk to the Lord all day long. He can even read your mind if you're at your desk around a lot of people. You worship in the car, you know, and then pick you a day of the week to fast. It don't have to be an all-day fast. It could be breakfast to lunch, lunch to dinner, you know. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know, a Daniel fast where you're just eating your vegetables, or a liquid fast where you're just drinking your liquids. But get a simple spiritual routine. You don't have to do all these backflips. There's one girl on YouTube, I listen to her sometime, and she tells people, you know, get you a scripture and meditate on it and repeat it 100 times. And then get this scripture and then repeat it 100 times. I'm like, that just don't make sense to me. I've never heard of that before, to get a scripture and repeat it 100 times, and then get this scripture and then repeat it 100 times, and then get this other scripture and repeat this 100 times. She gives like 20 different scriptures and tell you to repeat them 100 times a day. And then another girl, she was saying to get you a glass of water and put salt in it and then drink that and then quote these scriptures. You have to be careful who you are listening to and who you're following, because a lot of times they Satan will mix Jesus with the devil to get you caught up, and he'll have you chanting, drinking salt water. That'll make you sick on the stomach, drinking salt water. She's saying drink salt water and then quote this scripture. That sounds like witchcraft to me. And then chanting over and over and over and over and over and over scriptures and stuff. That's things that I don't think it's necessary. If you think it's necessary, then do that. I'm just saying, for me, I don't think that's, I don't know. I haven't never heard, you know, to do that. Get you like 10 and 12 scriptures and just quote them over and over and over 100 times a piece and watch God move, but you got to do it 100 times. That sound like chanting to me, you know, but you have to be careful who you listen to. And I told Lord, I said, I didn't do it. I didn't drink no salt water, but I told Lord, I said, you know, I'm just trying to do what's right. I'm trying to live right. And I don't see any, I just don't know what's going on. And he told me, get yourself a simple routine. I never required this of you. What I required of you is this. This is what you do. Get yourself a simple routine and stop worrying and stop trying to follow everybody else and do what he says do. And if you do that, then I guess, you know, we'll be successful. We're in this together. You know, if you're a child of God and you are a follower of Christ, then you are not in this walk alone. You have sisters and brothers out here that you don't even know, but we're all in this war together. When you see the Army or the Marines, the Navy, and they're going to war, they don't know everybody, but they're in that fight together. They're all going for one reason and one reason only, to win. And that's what we are. We are children of God. We should not fight against each other. We should be in this to win. I may not know you and you don't know me, but we're in this fight together. We can't win this fight without each other. You know, so many times the saints of God fight against each other. They try to destroy each other, and it shouldn't be that way. A lot of times your depression and your weight on your shoulder come from your own spiritual family, and it shouldn't be that way. You know? So I am going to recommend that if you are going through this intercession fatigue situation, get yourself a simple spiritual routine. Get yourself a scripture or two, whatever the Lord leads you to read. Read it on a daily basis. Get yourself in the routine of praying, talking to the Lord, you know, trying to pray in the spirit. Pick yourself a day to fast and try to worship, play you some worship music. And you know, continue to fight the good fight of faith, because it's hard out here for people. You know, I was going to say it's hard out here for a pimp. I was going to say it's hard out here for a pimp. I was going to say that from that movie Hustle and Flow with Taraji and Terrence Howard. I was going to say it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent, for the Cadillac and gas money spent. You have a whole lot of saints jumping ship. I was getting ready to say that. It just popped in my mind. But anyway, it is hard out here for everybody, you know. And we have to stick together. So get yourself a simple spiritual routine and apply. You know, when I do videos, I try to apply it to myself too. When I do a video, it's sometimes it's Most times it's an experience that I'm going through and I'm sharing it with you. And I go back and I listen to my videos and to give myself, you have to encourage yourself sometime. So I go back and I listen to my videos. You know, I don't just listen to other people's videos. I listen to mine too. And I hope my videos resonate with you and try to apply them. You know, we are in this together, you know, and that's what I wanted to come on here and say this morning. So I'm going to end my video and just be encouraged, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to say vielen Dank. That's thank you very much in German. So vielen Dank for watching me. And choose, that's what? That's bye in German.